Hello, how are you guys? So I am Lori LaRose doing my live early tonight because I'm going to go to, I never can really hit that however it goes, but going way back to, I think it's 1989 or 1990, the original Top Gun. Now they have a new one, and so my girlie and I are going to head out to the show. They only had a late show in my small town. I'm Lori LaRose, and I live in a small town called Rocky Mountain House in Alberta, Canada. So yes, if you are needing a Canadian demonstrator, but one of the theaters sadly is broke down, and wait, it's doing something weird on my thing. What's going on? Oh, that is so funny. It's notifying me that I'm live. Good to know. That's funny. It's good to know that I'm getting notifications. Maybe hopefully you are as well. Maybe you get notifications, but just not before 9 o'clock. I don't know if I do that. Sorry, Marlene, that doesn't really clarify. No, can hear you, or yes, no, you can hear me. Is there supposed to be a comma in there? Sorry, big pause. This is when I totally wish that I could clip the front of the thing so that people can catch up. Oh, you can hear me now. Okay, super. All right, sorry for the big pause. I just thought, I don't want to waste all my good stories if you can't hear me. Anyways, and well, you guys don't know if you're watching replay, but yes, there was a whole computer glitch there. Okay, anyways, super. Thank you guys. Yay. I'm going to start making the cards. Vicky sent me a message this morning saying it was National Sea Turtle Day today, and I have a fabulous sea turtle in my Whale Done. 96% positive this is still available to buy. So I'm going to pop you down and we're going to get started. It had paper when it first came out, this sea turtle. And so if you go to Pinterest to try and find great ideas, you will find beautiful ideas. A lot of them actually, you'll notice the turtle has been cut out of the wonderful paper that there used to be. To go along with this set. So I'm going to do a little background. I was working, actually, funny enough, I'm just seeing this now. This was for a Flowering Rain Boots Day card rather, and it actually looks like seaweed. I might work that into a background here in about 5 seconds. I was working with this little guy the last couple nights, and I thought, why not carry on the tradition? And I'm going to do it one more time tonight. Pretty fast and simple. Oh, I forgot which way this was going to go. Okay. So I can't quite ink that up yet. Hold on 1 second. I will tell you that I shortcutted already, and I used my blending brush, and I added some Tahitian Tide. Yeah, Tahitian Tide to this already. Last night when I was doing this crazy piece that I never did finish it yet, but I was working with the Starry Sky, and I knew that I would have that on the blue. Remember, if you were watching last night, I said you might want to have 2 different blue blending brushes. And as I was doing it, I was happy because I purposely wanted it to be a little darker at the bottom, but until I added a lot more Tahitian, it was all Starry Sky down here, and I really didn't want Starry Sky. So basically I broke out another, blue. Okay, so I have prepped this piece of paper because I'm going to make this like it's all kind of ocean in a way. So I didn't want it to be a white backdrop. If I show you this card, you'll see that what I'm stamping is going to be basically the color on white. Now we're going to see it, the color on blue. So I'm going to do it tone on tone though, totally, and soft tone on tone, like not even bringing in, I had the choice basically. I could have done Starry Sky on here. I could do Pacific Point, I thought, as well, but I'm just going to go for, all right, so Facebook is forever throwing out us loops. This was quite bubbly even after, interesting to me. This is going to be interesting to me. I'm sorry. Red rubber is almost always, sorry, I was kind of bobbing at it. I'm now pressing it just a little firmer because I don't know if you can see that. Where I was tapping it, it was really pulling the bubbles out. And there you can still sort of see. So that's not the rubber. That's my ink pad sort of doing that. So I'm just pressing. Oh, weird. And then I've got to do it fast because it's popping right back out instead of staying on the rubber. I don't think I've ever seen that happen on my rubber before. All right. Now, I am going to do this way. I just had to think which way I'm planning this. Okay, so less talking and more doing. So I'm just going to press this on here and then immediately press this down so that it's smooth and not bubbly. Okay, and then last night as well, I kept using something extra to cover up, so I was protecting. And I did keep a block. Oh, here, I've got my ink pad on it. I did keep a block out so that I was ready. I was kind of prepping for about the last 20 minutes, you guys. So that's unlike me, hey? Oh, Tabitha, hello. Kind of nice that I'm on a little bit early tonight for your time frame, hey? I did message a few different gals that are quite regular, and well, and I've been touching base with them all bloody day today, I have to tell you. I totally blew it in my mind. My husband invited me to Garth Brooks, about 6-7 weeks ago when we had to buy tickets. And I was like, yeah, it'd be good to see him. I saw him, 100 years ago when he was still singing on a bar stool kind of thing. And I just have never had sort of the opportunity to go. So Kara's like, I bought us tickets, we're going. I was like, okay. But because I didn't do it, because I didn't kind of plan it, I don't think I really registered. So, oh my gosh, look how gorgeous that is. Ah, that's so pretty. So I don't think I registered. Do you know what's really weird? I have no idea why this did this, but it did bubble. And actually I should have let it really bubble because it really is, I'm just looking to see. Sorry, I'm just being technical right now. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, there's little tiny bubbles. So there's white spaces, obviously. I'll say white spaces, but you know what I mean, relief. But if you look right there, it's solid. And on here, it's bubbly, which had I let it bubble up like the way it was, it would have been perfect for a water scene. It wouldn't have made me happy necessarily anywhere else. And I don't know why it's doing that. It's very odd. All right, that is really stunning. So now this is a couple different, just to show, and since I never did, I sort of finished this one. I have the Cajun on here. I was doing whiskey on this one. So just a few different ways and variations of using this pretty guy. Hello, Allie. How are you doing, hon? I'm glad you found me too. I'm on a little early because I'm going to go see Top Gun tonight. Don't go earlier than me and get the better seats. So I'm going to pull in, and in my mind, I have to tell you, I had it in my mind that I could have this guy over here, but I will put him up. Darn. So I also have totally pre-prepped 100%. I've fussy cut. So I've stamped this little fella in shaded spruce, and I've already fussy cut him. Now I'm just going to do a little detailing on here, but I was going to have him come on. I kind of had it in my mind that, isn't that funny how you get into your brain? So I wonder if, I'm just curious for the next time I do it. I do want the light at the top, obviously, because the ocean's getting fast. Okay. No, this is actually narrower as well. Okay, so it's all right. I am going to have this right like that, and there it'll be. So I'm having him coming in. I thought I would stamp some stamps. This will be interesting because I was thinking I would leave that just bright white, which after I finish it, maybe now that I'm about to do it, even though I sort of played it in my mind, I'm now thinking, maybe I won't. So I'm going to put him in, and then obviously some of these guys. And I was going to put, this one has cute little, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. My love for you is bigger than the ocean. And I think that, I feel like this one is that. So I'm going to do that one. And I also love you're kind of a big deal. So I really love that. That would also work here, but I think this is going to look nicer down there maybe. Although that being said, I had been thinking in truth, my intentions go wild. I was just going to have that straight on there and then not have anything off. Okay, hang on one second while I just pretend to have this. So it's not going to say cheers to you, but basically it'll say this love is a big deal, but it'll be that kind of a shape. So it's either that we have kind of a triangle-y, like a, you know, kind of a thing going down like that, or everything's contained except for him. Ooh. Well, the good thing is it's paper. I can do it 2 ways and I can actually make 2 cards. I do have to stamp that again though, but I do need to know which I'm doing. I'm going to do everything on there like I sort of had planned. So although I love this, I don't want that on there on the circle. To me, this totally has to come over. So I'm going to save that for another day. I will say what I loved about this is that when you hear bigger than the ocean, this, you mean in this background? I am going to stamp it in this background, but I'm not going to stamp it in this background. I know you think I should. I'm not going to. I think that's what you mean. Hi, Anne. How you doing? Okay. So this love is bigger than the ocean makes this feel bigger and bigger. But, okay. I'm going to stamp him, actually. And I was back and forth on this, but I often do them in like a funny color. I'm going to do them in a funny color. I'm going to do them in the Sweet Sorbet, like a bright red. And I am going to wait, though, and stamp my green first. I need to and want to stamp these sorry. So for as prepared as I am, I'm like, whoa, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. I think I work better if I'm not prepared. Let's go with that. Okay. Now I need to have a slightly different green than the turtle in my mind. And I almost thought about, and I think I will. I'm not even going to do it in green. I'm going to do it in Pacific Point. Oh, I'm glad you had a shot in the knee. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't ruin it. Not that it'll ruin it necessarily. I can't risk it, I guess is what I want to say, Shayla. I'm not going to. You have to do it. You make one tonight. I think you have the stamp set, don't you? I'm just going to bring in this little guy. Oh, but you don't have the rays probably yet. Oops, never mind. Okay, so I'm stamping some blue guys on here. Oh, I was going to stamp this words too. See? So I have a plan, and because I have a plan, I'm making more mistakes than if I didn't have a plan. This is not reinforcing good behavior of being ahead of the game. Now, the question is, what color this? I'm going to do it in the blue. And I'm going to do it right here. Just for fun. Oh, you don't have either. Okay. Now I'm going to do the green. You need this set. What do you mean you don't have this set? All right. I'm going to put this guy here. So I'm sort of singing Top Gun song, if you're kind of hearing me and wondering what I'm doing. Except that I can't carry it. I can't get it. Oh, I like that. Okay. And here's this little guy. I was going to say there's one other guy in here. You guys are probably like, where's the infomercial that we usually hear, Lori? I don't know. I don't even know. I honestly, okay, so did I say I'm going to Garth Brooks, but I booked our game night for next Friday night, and that did not work, like obviously, fool that I was. So I was quite busy trying to adjust that today and having a heart attack. I don't know that I've ever done that. Like, it's like, what? Now I'm trying to decide, there's this coral here, whether I put the coral in there or not. Or if it'll just look busy. And if I put the coral in, coral's usually red. I'm just going to stamp this red. I do think I like the red fishes. Okay, I'm going to stamp the red fish. You know what? I'm going to just do more red fish down here. Oh, yeah. That looks awesome. Okay, let's leave that little coral away. I haven't put it away, you guys. Okay. And then that's it. That's the cool card. Whoop, woo. And, boop, timber. I have got another card. I knew this one was going to go quite quickly. I didn't need my base. I had, I'm not quite sure what I did with it, so I will get a new one because there's another one right here. Always when you make one base, you have a second one right beside it, don't you? Hey, Sherry, how you doing? Did you get my text? Is that why you had thought, I'm going over? I haven't seen Laura. You know what? I bet you got a notification because I did message you. Facebook's funny that way. If I leave a message for somebody, all of a sudden I see all of their posts again and stuff, right? Because it's like, oh, oops, we were sleeping. Or clearly our, what do you call it? The algorithms were incorrect. She likes these people. She clearly likes these people. She texted them. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up on some pop dots. And that was a pretty, and it really was. I mean, the prep for doing that ahead of time was pretty cinchy, Simon, honestly. I just literally added color to the white paper so that instead of having a white background, I had the blue. So that is my one card. Whoop woo. It is national, just to reverberate for people who are just coming on. Yeah, Top Gun. I'm not sure what you said before, but what was I going to say? It is National Sea Turtle Day. Sorry, I got caught up. Look, I saw a Top Gun. Okay, I always think this. Somebody should plug in the music, and I'm like, oh wait, no, okay, because you wouldn't hear it because you guys aren't here. Okay, so that's my one card. That's a little simpler card. This one's going to have just a little tiny bit more going on. It's got the layering diorama. And I thought I would show you, they are literally layering, right? Do you know what I mean? So they're nesting, actually, that's a better word. And so that would be how it nests, right? And so when you get this guy in here, I cut the first one. And then I knew I was going to be just wiggly. I'm using not a proper piece of paper, but you'd line up your back piece of paper so it's perfect. Pretend like it's perfect in there, okay? Okay, so there's no gaps. And then I literally bring in the other piece, like this nester, and I bring it in like that on the cut and emboss machine. Yeah. And then hold it all, lift this guy off carefully, roll that through the machine, and you get, hopefully anyways, this situation by the magic of television. So I did pre-prep that. And then, move that over further so it's there. So now these two pieces should line up beautifully. I did a card quite a while ago that was under the sea also. So this was an easy, so I'm basically casing my own dealio. And on this one, I actually, when I got going with it, I didn't do it perfect. And I actually love it just as much. Like, you know what I mean? Like a little fatter here, skinny there. I think that had something to do. No, I was busy chopping and hawking back there. So I don't know what I did. I was cutting corners and everything. But the bottom line is it doesn't need to be perfect. So I am going to go ahead and cut, stamp just like I did here. Some more guys here. I will say I might come back in with some embossing on here. But for right now, I'm just going to do tone on tone. So I'm going to do the Pacific Point. I'm going to put this guy away because I don't think I'm using him again. And I'll just do the grass again, tone on tone. And we'll see. Hopefully it'll be decent and what I want. I caveat quite often. I'm using an old ink pad, like not as old as my original one. I have been a demonstrator for 20 years, so I do have, thank you, Ellie, it is pretty, hey? I do have stamp pads and stamp ink and well, I have stamp sets too from up to 20 years ago. These guys, this one was probably, 15 years old. Maybe older, actually probably 18. So if you see me ever being really hard, I have foam ones, but I still have the old cotton pad ones. So I don't know what they say. They're not cotton pads. Cloth pads? I don't know. Ooh, ton on ton is very pretty. I flipped this guy around the different shape. So my grasses, I can't just copy. I have to be playing and see where I want my new grasses going. And then here, I think I want one way up here. Ooh, that looks pretty. And another one right here. And I had that little baby guy. He seemed to fill in quite nicely, so let's do him again. I'm not sure what this green guy, oh, this is from the sending, I think. I don't want to say it because then I have to put money in the swear jar, but nice. All right, I think that's kind of nice. All right, so now put that guy away for a minute or two. Put this guy away for a minute or two. And look at what I cut out. So I brought in some So Succulents, I think. The one stamp set and the dies. Fantastic dies and stamps. I believe this is still available and maybe on sale. I'm going to pretend it's, I don't even know what it is, but it's the pink glimmer paper from the mini catalog. That's retiring in a couple weeks and we're fast running out of product from it. So this is the glitter and I thought, yeah, that's going to be so pretty. So I cut it out and then I still have some blue glimmer paper, blue foil, the navy foil that was from the Wave set a couple months ago. And I'm like, yeah, I have to have it. So in this card, I white embossed. I cleared in, I think I either white embossed. No, I embossed resisted. So I brought in, this was a different set, right? And so that's from another set. And I sponged there, but I'm just going to go with a dark blue. So I didn't need to bring in an extra piece of white paper on here, I don't think. I do need to put dimensionals all in between here, but you know me, I hardly ever do that at the best of times. So it's going to be a very blue card, very under the sea. And then I'm just going to layer in some of this. And I have not yet done this, but I'm going to bring in some craziness. I think I might, and I had 3 of these. Did I lose one already? Oh, but if it was, oh, here it is. You guys are like, it's on the thing. Yeah, I see it there. I don't think, because this is such a flat card, that I would want something like this on here. But that being said, that looks pretty snazzy too. Friday nights, we do a cocktail hour where if I lose stuff, you get to have a drink if I'm losing stuff. So we play drinking games. Please drink responsibly and do not drive. And I am kind of teasing and not really, like we really do that, but most of us are drinking tea or water. But yeah, just having some fun. So I will say that I'm going to monkey around with this a little tiny bit. And I think it'd be easier once I actually pop these darn guys up. Get over here. Oh, for goodness sakes, eh? And you know, I'm doing all of this, and as soon as I get it done, I'll shift it all, and it'll be like, oh, Lori. All right, are we ready for this? Are we all ready for this? Down, 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 down. Get in there. Thank you. Holy, you wanted to be really poop head, didn't you? All right, and then this guy. I was thinking I wanted to really overlap these, but once I started doing that, I didn't want it so much. So I think in Ontario, they're having a heat wave and we are getting torrential downpours. Okay, and then this guy's going to come in here. It's all working good. Cool. Now, I will say what will really add to this is that if it's popped all up, it really will add the dimension that we are not getting right now. I'm just willy-nilly cutting some stuff. Again, I'll show you this guy just so you can have more imagination. Okay. I will try and pop a little tiny bit of this up so you can have an idea. Sorry. Without actually cutting it. There. Already. See, that's so much prettier. This is good. All right. One more in this other corner and that'll be more than good. Darn it, you guys. I knew I was rushing there too much. Okay. Nice. Now, I have another turtle. Or do I? I did have another turtle. Dang it. I don't want to take that other turtle off of there. Turtle. Time to drink, guys. So again, here I could add some fish. Oh, here's my turtle. Yay! So I did prep with a couple things like that. I'm bringing in my turtle. And on this guy here, I think we can totally do this. So let's find a piece of white paper that's long enough for this, just barely. Oh, yeah. And, ooh, what color to do this in? Almost thinking I might do it in the shade of spruce, actually, to pull back in the turtle. But I kind of might want to do it in the blue, too. Oy, oy, oy. Decisions when you're stamping, hey? Let's see what it looks like in the dark green. Woo, this is really dark right now. Sorry, I'm just gonna do. Nope, that's so cricky. I thought it was straight on the top. That's crazy. Okay, I've got another one here, so I'm just going to. I have another one. Like I'm speaking like I pedantically, that's not the right word, but anyways, prepped really good and actually made two like die cut pieces. No. I thinking unless that dries really different, I'm going to like this blue one better. Oh yeah, thinking so. Thinking so. I do have to say, I think that my cut was pretty straight. Just my stamping was actually really crooked. I totally thought I did that really straight. I was like, that's why I wanted to do a really nice job of it, of cutting it. Bring out my big gun scissors. Okay, so I could do that guy or this guy. And honestly, it's pretty much the same. Except for my really bad cutting. I have to use, oh, I definitely like that blue better. Okay, so that, my dears, two different, very different takes. Hi, Keisha. Do you say Keisha? I've asked you this before. I like Keisha, but I'd hate it if you were Kisha. You'll have to phonetically spell your name for me one time, hon. Thank you, Marlene. They are kind of awesome cards, hey? I'm sort of lucky. So yeah, I cased myself with this guy. I really do love these dioramas. Just FYI, the blue layer will be popped up just like here, kind of, you know, like there'll be one more layer of dimension on there. But yeah, so fun. Little sparkle, little excitement. I love it. So happy National Sea Turtle Day. Whether you go crazy zoomy with, thank you guys, with the sunbeams or the layering dioramas, you cannot go wrong. And that also is with the fabulous Well Done. I think I well done it. I don't know how I can say that. I'm trying to figure out how I can use whale. Well, you know, I did a really good job of it. Anyways, teasing but not. All right, so yes, this is the pretty little set. And it used to come with a punch, but the punch is still available. It's just not a bundle anymore, so you don't save the 10% anymore on the bundle. But there we go, girls. I won't even infomercial you you know, if you watch another one of my things, you'll hear about my fun summer camp that I have going on. We'll be working with some really neat ideas constantly. And of course, I've got bundle clubs going on. I have a color club, and I have a paper share still going on. I started another one because I have got more people wanting not the in color papers, but the fabulous designer series papers in the main annual catalog. But starting on July 2nd, basically, I'll be doing yet another paper share with the new holiday papers. So, all right, I will leave you with it. Have a fabulous evening, you guys, and think of me at Top Gun. Oh, I think I'm going to get seasick already. Not seasick, but motion sickness. Bye, you guys.